they can significantly improve their environmental footprint while ensuring soil health and promoting biodiversity. But to steer Europe in this direction, FER-PLAY project acknowledges the necessity the agriculture sector to have highly trained technical advisors that help farmers in transitioning from conventional non-renewable fertilizers to circular fertilizers. We all agree that the agriculture sector has a key role on sustainable development since they manage a precious resource, which is the soil.
People may think that, circular fertilizers are not safe for the environment and they do not feed the plant enough, but it's actually the opposite. And they are resource efficient because they are obtained from secondary raw materials, and in most of the cases they are obtained from local sources.
We studied very different circular fertilizers. Most of them have interesting advantages compared to non-renewable options in the environmental aspects, that synthetic or non-renewable fertilizers are not accounting for their negative impacts in the environment. It's not included in the price, while circular ones are including in their price all the effort to prevent environmental aspects. Regarding the economic part, there is still more work to do to make these circular fertilizers competitive.
The main thing about FER-PLAY is that we have been able to adapt messages to each individual stakeholder.
3 project target groups: end users, mainly the farming sector, the public administration, and fertilizer producers.
So now we have a better image of how to assess circular fertilizers. So it's not only of the good points, that we are highlighting the good point, but also at the same time we are highlighting the challenges. And this is very important for the different stakeholders.
Specifically talking about circular fertilizers, their main advantage is what happens underneath the soil. It's not perhaps the most efficient nutrient provider, but it's the most efficient organic matter provider to soils. And this specific aspect of what happens underground is not accounted for. There is not enough data, at least publicly available, for all the different soil types and climates of Europe in this case.
So FER-PLAY project has allocated significant amount of resources to gather first-hand perspective.
We try to keep the database as user-friendly as possible. Within the database, there are 6 different data categories. The production data on the entire production process, distribution and trade. So that might be quite interesting for fertilizer producers, but also, for example, for end users that might be interested in how to get to those circular fertilizers. We have, of course, the nutrient content with organic material in there, the uptake form. You also have the cost of the technology, but also of the product itself. And then, of course, we also have the European current legislation.
We have developed guidelines for each of our target stakeholders.
If we are talking about circular fertilizers producers, I think the regulatory analysis could help them with spotting the main regulatory hurdles that they could face for their products. If we are looking at local administration, it could help them to implement the EU legislation in a way that also favors the uptake of circular fertilizers. Finally, if we are talking about EU policymakers to propose additional incentive, for instance, we really hope that they can take on board some of our suggestions, such as the setup of a European recycling nutrients target, or for instance, the simplification of the EU fertilizing products regulation that would really help to stimulate further the market of circular fertilizers.
It was a huge team effort that the entire consortium put into it. We already can provide a lot of data for follow-up projects, but also, for example, for farmer technicians to get to the farmers, the end users, to increase the use and the implementation of these circular fertilizers. Having it used is only the best that can come out of it.